You pissed off?
No, I ain't pissed off.
No, you Billy, pissed off at me?
I'm not pissed at you. See, that's what you want me to do, so you can get me in this fucking zone you talking about. But it ain't gonna happen because you ain't good enough.
Oh, is that another brother thing, huh?
No,
you fucking racist?
No, there's certain things you can do and there's certain things you can't.
I can hear Jimmy.
No.
I can hear Jimmy.
Everybody, it's your boy Nugs B. Today I'm here to review White Men Can't Jump, and not the version that Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes were in. So the new one just came out on Hulu. I watched it the night it came out. I didn't have anything better to do, so I was like, why not? I like Jack Harlow. He's a pretty dope rapper. He's from Kentucky. I like his music a lot. So, long story short, I'm gonna give it... It's tough to say how I'm going to rate it because nostalgically, they had shots in this movie that were super similar to the shots in White Men Can't Jump. But I don't mean that in the way that they were identical. So what I mean, like, for example, whenever Woody Harrelson loses the money when Wesley Snipes hustles him in the part where before they become really, really tight, he hustles him and he starts walking on that white bridge that has almost like a fence-like area on the side of it. It's like an encaged bridge, essentially. So there's a part where Jack Harlow and the other gentleman, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but when they're walking on that bridge, it was like to pay homage to that scene in the original White Man Can't Jump. I thought that was really cool. Some of the lines they said were pretty funny, not referencing, but almost like paying homage again. But a lot of the scenes were really cool in it, paying homage to the original White Men Can't Jump. Overall, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because it wasn't great at all. I think a lot of the reason I liked it were for nostalgic reasons. There were a lot of funny parts, like Jack Harlow was hilarious. His co-star was hilarious, or vice versa. I'm not 100% who co-starred who, but either way, the starring cast were hilarious. The friends of the other co-star, I can't remember their names off the top of my head either, but they were super funny, cracked me up, had a lot of great jokes.
You think it's slick, huh? Just showing up to court dressed like a dumbass, acting like you can't hoop.
You assumed I couldn't hoop because I'm white, which is incredibly outdated.
No, I assumed you couldn't hoop because you were dressed like a white girl at Whole Foods.
Where the love go?
Essentially in this one, the difference in the two is Jack Harlow is struggling with money just like Woody Harrelson was, but he is training people in basketball because he tore both of his ACLs and he was going to go to the league. Long story short, he's trying to still go to the league and he's trying to get stem cell research. So one little funny part I thought was hilarious is Andrew Schultz is a guy who also goes to the same gym where he trains people how to play basketball. And Andrew Schultz is like selling him pills. He's like selling him OxyContin and Percocet and Valium or Xanax for his pain, So he's like his drug dealer and like Jack Harlow's broke. So he's like, hey, put it on my tab, baby, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right, man. So the next couple scenes after that, he's like, hey, buddy, what about that tab? He's wearing like super high shorts, like, almost to where, they would be like pockets hanging out of it if they were jean shorts. And he's wearing like a goofy looking headband and it's just hilarious. Andrew Schultz is GOAT. Overall, like I said, 6 out of 10. I think it was a pretty solid movie for the comedy aspect of it. I think it dealt a lot with mental health. It dabbled in that as well because Jack Harlow's co-star, he was dealing with triggers that had happened in a traumatic event with his father getting MS. And also, whenever he has MS, his dad was like his biggest supporter. And there's a game that he was playing in high school before he was about to go to the league. He was essentially in this realm, the next LeBron. So whenever he did that, they went to an away game, and there were people in the crowd that were like just gassing him up. They were like, "Oh, daddy's boy, this, blah blah blah." Long story short, he ends up turning up on them and beating these kids up. Beating the student section up. Gets arrested, loses his shot, and then he's just playing pickup games at the gym where he played high school ball at. Definitely recommend people to watch it. It's definitely worth the watch. And thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This has been my review of the new White Men Can't Jump.
Gang, it's win by 2.
Not here, it's not.
Hey, they letting yoga instructors in the gym now.
Ball.
I just noticed you're not getting enough legs on the shot. Are you dehydrated?
$100, you can't make more shots.
Let's just do 300.
It's not my dad's money.
We ain't never gonna get a reparation that way, bro. So I prefer Venmo or Zelle, but you seem like a Cash App guy, so.
Ladies and gentlemen.